Hi, welcome to Slay the Spider. I'm Jim B, and I'm the creator and host of Slay the Spider. Shares of the S&P 500 are called S&P Depository Receipts, SPDRs. Spiders. Slay the Spider means I intend to beat the S&P 500 quite substantially. There are three major influences on the movement of stock price, according to a study by Benny King. 80% of your investment success will be due to the movement of the sector and the market. Now you can view a weekly snapshot image of the market and the sectors. This is a snapshot from April 9th, 2021. The red arrow, pointing towards the 2 o'clock position, represents the market. The rectangles each represent a mini-sector. They are color-coded to the sector they represent. Healthcare mini-sectors are in red, technology is dark blue, financials are green, media communications are brown, industrials are purple, consumer discretionary are light blue, and all the others are gray. I've been charting this movement since 1998 over more than 25 cycles using this exact mix of 40 mini-sectors. The key to understanding the movement and what makes the cycle predictable are the psychological stages that investors experience as they go through complete market cycles. It rarely changes. These stages are on the outside border of the circle. The placement of the sectors and the market are completely data-driven. The interpretation of what to expect next is from my experience of going through the cycle dozens of times. I'm not always perfect, but the beauty of the circle is that it corrects me quickly when I don't get my prediction absolutely correct. I've learned it's okay to be wrong now and then, but absolutely abysmal to stay wrong when the data says otherwise. The movement in the sectors this past week were not what I was expecting given the rise in the markets. First, in the health sector, all three sectors are still on the bullish side. Drugs rose a notch, biomedicals were unchanged, healthcare went up. In media communications, all three sectors are also on the bull side. Internet stocks rose slightly, media rose substantially, telephones unchanged. In technology, semiconductors fell and crossed to the bear side. Software climbed, computers declined slightly, and electronics were unchanged. In consumer discretionary stocks, gaming and restaurants were unchanged, household products declined, retail, leisure, and autos all went up. In financials, Wall Street went unchanged, insurance rose a notch, finance rose, savings and loans, banks, and real estate were unchanged. In the industrials, waste was unchanged, steel rose, machinery tools rose, chemicals were unchanged, building products rose, aero defense was down, metals rose slightly. In the other group, on the bullish side, food, gas utilities, protection and safety, and oil were all unchanged. Oil services rose. On the bear side, forest products rose, textiles were the largest gainer for the week, precious metals rose a little, electric utilities declined, transports and business products rose. This week, 15 mini-sectors remained unchanged, 20 rose, and 5 mini-sectors declined. Semiconductors crossed from the bull to the bear side this week, notable as they often lead the market moves. We now have 15 sectors on the bull side and 25 on the bear side. For the week ending June 25th, the Dow was up 1,143 points or 3.44%. The previous week it was down 3.45%, so essentially made back everything it lost the previous week. The S&P was up 114 or 2.75%. NASDAQ was up 330 or 2.35%. This is how many stocks in my database of 6,250 stocks were on buy signals on Friday, June 11th, 18th, and 25th. As you can see, despite the significant upturn in the market indexes, 180 additional stocks have gone to sell signals over the past 2 weeks. This means that the market movement is getting more and more concentrated on the top 50 to 60 stocks that most influence the indexes. This behavior is quite typical at market tops, and being an index owner is quite good in the last stretch of a bull market. This market is also quite remarkably split in the concentration of buys and sells. The bulls are concentrated in healthcare and media communications. On the bear side are the tech, consumer discretionary, industrials, and most recently the financials. In my experience, healthcare is usually the last to peak and turn down in terms of buys and sells. In the last 2 weeks, the three healthcare mini sectors, which combined have 1,223 stocks, have added exactly 20 stocks to the buys, and most of those were in the healthcare mini sector. Bios and drugs only accounted for 5 of those new buy signals. Paid subscriptions are now available. $15 a month on a month-to-month basis, $12 a month on an annual subscription at $144, and there's a 90-day free trial.
Thanks for watching my Slay the SPiDeR video this week. For those of you who are new, so far this year we've gone through about 8 of the events on the Slay the SPiDeR circle, and I called all 8 of them correctly. And for those of you who watched everything since January, you're welcome. See you next week. Thanks.